It's time for Health, Happiness, and Healing with Hippocrates on Legends 100.3, brought to you by the Hippocrates Health Institute in West Palm Beach. Now here are the hosts of Health, Happiness, and Healing with Hippocrates, Anna Maria and Brian Clement.
This is Health, Happiness, and Healing with Anna Maria.
And Brian Clement from Hippocrates Wellness. Another great time we're going to be spending together today on the front lines of progressive healthcare. We're actually doing a research on this now with a new supplement that was put together by teams of scientists and doctors all over the world. Jim Barnett here in the United States, a quantum thinker, and it's called what?
iHerqles.
iHerqles. Can you imagine? Hercules. And we're going to bring Jim on in the next segment to speak to him. Why did they put that together and what's it doing? And one thing we know is that they have research to show it can keep you biologically up to 20 years younger. You may want to be here. We'll be right back.
Now here are the hosts of Health, Happiness, and Healing with Hippocrates, Anna Maria and Brian Clement.
This is Health, Happiness, and Healing with Anna Maria.
And Brian Clement from Hippocrates Wellness. I hope all of you are sitting back and listening because we have some extraordinary information to give you. One of the many books that I wrote is called Supplements Exposed. So I've been scrutinizing supplements since the 1970s, and I can tell you it's bad news because most are garbage. Most are dangerous to take. Although I'm a major advocate of supplements. Every day, Anna Marie and I get up, we take 3 dozen supplements, all food-based, all natural. The wonderful gentleman we're going to have on, who's a quantum thinker, quantum nutritional thinker, Jim Barnett, helped a team of researchers. I know they were in Romania and spread out through the world that found a way to take plants and unlock the essence of the energy within plants, the frequencies within plants, which I'm a big believer in. And they created iHerqles. And a few months ago, we began placing people on this with different disorders, and slowly we're getting the reports back as to the benefits they gained with this and a healthy lifestyle. So, Jim, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. And I'm glad I can get on here and kind of profess this to the world on what can make the difference, and the blood is the answer.
It is. So tell me how you got involved with this.
I started with an introduction to the science team in this science team project since 1973 with collection of data through third-party blood analysis. What parts of the top molecules of, in looking at organic food through plant form, like alfalfa, garlic, dill, red raspberry, black cherry, yarrow, verbena. Some people will recognize some of it. Great mullein, greater burdock. What would be the top parts, the top molecules of that particular plant grown in the right condition in the Mediterranean mountain range, thereby no pesticide, herbicide contamination? What would be the top molecules that would be the best performance that the blood would understand how to utilize in the most efficient way? Because, in looking at 3 ideologies that this company's kind of their perspective has been built on, number one is you are what you eat. I mean, after all, if we ate nothing but junk food, fast food, cookies, cake, refined sugar, whatever, nothing else was on our diet for 90 days, we probably wouldn't look and feel very good. Yeah. Number 2, life is in the blood. Nothing's functional without the miracle compound, the blood. The mind or body will not operate without it. Number 3, the nutrition from food is the building blocks of the blood. It goes right in hand with you are what you eat. The quality of the blood does matter. And that's what this top parts of what I call the top molecules of organic food in liquid form they've studied since 1973 and compiling like 300,000 people's blood work to find out what combinations of those little over 40 plants would be the synergistic effect for utilization by the blood, and then thereby, when I build the blood in the right direction with this top parts, in talking about nutrition gap support, vitamins, minerals, whatever, superfood, whatever it is, we're talking about the delivery of the nutrition to the system, to all the cells. The red blood cell delivers the oxygen nutrition to every cell in the body. Okay, so what would be the different factor that could make that in a better light? And it's the top molecules of organic food in liquid form coming from the living cell of the plant itself. Like in celery, not the celery stalk, not to grind up and do a juicing, if you will, the extraction, but to identify in the plant itself, like in a leaf of the alfalfa plant. There's a possible 168 extract components. What would be the top 20 or 30 that would be the most performance-bearing utilization that the blood could understand the quickest and then build upon? And that's what happens when the body receives this on a consistent basis. Then what happens is the quality of the blood is affected. The signal from the brain to the vascular system, the vessels that carry the blood, tells the vessels to open up to receive this better compound, this better blood, if you will, from this better nutrition. When it does, miracles happen. First thing is a reduction of inflammation, which is the key to your health and your life. Every disease known out here, the precursor is chronic inflammation.
That's right. That's how we test disease today, with C-reactive protein, IgA, IGF. So this is a miraculous. And most people out there either like or do not like to take pills. Anna Maria is not fond of it. I take them fairly easy. But this is such an easy supplement to take into the body. You spray it under your tongue, 4 sprays.
Yep.
What, 2 or 3 times a day, right?
Yes. In the beginning, we call it a loading phase to get a certain percentage of the red blood cell production under the influence of this on a consistent basis. So we move in 4-month life cycles because the red blood cell has a life cycle of 120 days, which is 4 months.
That's right.
So we continue to do it in 4-month cycles, and in the beginning, for the first 4 months, because their bodies never had access to the top molecules of organic food. Juicing's not the same thing. That's a smorgasbord. We're talking about identifying the top parts, the top 20% of those plants, and put it in liquid form so the body's never seen it. Never. Unless they have access to this technology. So we spray 4 sprays 15 minutes before every meal of the day, 3 times a day for the first 4 months. If people cannot remember that, then put it on the nightstand and spray 6 sprays in the morning and 6 sprays at night. After that, we spray 1 time a day, 4 sprays, preferably 15 minutes before the meal, but if you can't remember, put it on the nightstand and spray it either morning or night.
Well,
I've been doing this 9 years, and I can say this: I spray twice a day still, every day. I've got a friend of mine that sprays 3 times a day, and has been doing it for 5 years.
Well, one of the most exciting things that came out of this research since the 1970s is this can actually potentially prolong life up to 20 years longer, besides disease. I mean, this is such exciting, cutting-edge frontier work in supplementation. I'm going to invite you in to speak at Hippocrates Health Institute, and you'll get to meet him. He's had 9 years of spraying this. Jim, is it true? You look like you're 20 years old now. Is that true, or what?
I bet his biological age.
I have been on this for 9 years as a consultant to doctors only. In December of 2020, which was a little over a year ago, we started this grassroots movement on the internet to allow people an essential to better their life with. And, to finish up what happens in the blood system, once I'm doing this on a consistent basis and red blood cell production is under the influence and the vessels open up to receive, it's carrying the immune system with that blood intervention into the system. When it does, the immune system has a clearer vision. And so the K cells of the immune system start to grab fast-aging cells at an accelerated rate. This is what causes the removal of toxicity from the body in the same manner.
That's it.
Even
if you have a genetic predisposition not to detox, this will help you do it.
Because nothing can beat the blood. Nothing. I mean, doesn't matter what we do in doing this, but I will say that, on a consistent basis, when the K cells of the immune system, because the vessels open up more to receive then the immune system has a clearer vision.
Yes.
When it does, the K cells of the immune system start grabbing these fast-aging cells at an accelerated rate. Well, now the body says, wait a minute, we've got to replace those cells it's getting rid of, this toxicity stuff it's getting rid of. And what happens is your own self-stem cells, which are normally reparation cells, or if you damage the body in any way, they come to order. But because this heightened immune system response, because of what this high nutrition is doing for the blood, now when the cells are grabbed by the K cells at an accelerated rate, your own self-stem cells are called into action to replace them. When that does happen, now you reverse the biologic age, not with elongating existing telomeres, which is the end cap on the DNA, which shows the age level, the biological
Nobel
age.
laureate Blackburn brought us that.
Yes. Yeah. And here's the difference. Instead of elongating the existing telomeres, which can be dangerous in the eternal cell of telomerase, why not do where the immune system does the entire thing through the blood, where it grabs fast-aging cells, and now your own self-stem cells with telomeres intact comes to the aid to replace those cells and thereby causes this 10, 20, 30 years reversal of the inside blood age.
This is exciting. So you cracked the nature code. Jim and your team did. And this is amazing. I'm just so happy you're going to be here in South Florida at Hippocrates with us.
6 weeks.
Jim Barnett. So thanks for spending the time with us. We look forward to see you very, very soon. And all of you out there, remember, he's talking about iHerqles. And we'll be right back with you.